Hi everyone, it is day 3 of the Tour de Fleece. I have just got back from my knitting group and so I am going to start my day 3 spin. Of course I am still working on my Angora and I think I will be spinning that for quite a while. I'll just have to put my apron on, which hopefully will keep. Oh look, I've even got bits of yesterday's spin still on me. It just seems to be grabbing onto my jumper quite a bit today. I guess I'm going to have to start off most days with just a bit of a quick brush down before I start spinning again. I guess I could keep all of these kind of brushed bits and respin them if I was so inclined. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start off today by using a little bit of this lovely little extra fibre that has clung to my apron, since that's one of the reasons why I'm wearing an apron, is so that I don't get the rabbit fur all over me. I've got my bag here. I'm kind of hoping that I might get this bobbin finish. I think that might be it, just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know that I'll actually get this bobbin finished today. I would like to think that I could get this bobbin finished and then I could start plying tomorrow. I have to also actually probably rethink what I'm going to do tomorrow, because tomorrow I am going to my spinning group, but I'm also going to be away for the night. So I'm actually thinking about not taking this wheel, about taking another wheel that I have, which is much more portable, and that means that then I probably just need to find some different fibre to take with me to spin on that, just because it just makes it easier to take something a little bit more portable with me in the car than take this, considering I've only just fixed this wheel. But I'm not nervous about taking it away for the night, but I am a little bit nervous about taking it away for the night, because now it's going nicely. I don't want to bump it or knock it in a way that it might, I don't know, cause it not to work as well as it has been working. So I have to give that a bit of a thought while I'm spinning here. I'll have to have a think about what kind of fibre I might take away with me, and maybe I'll just have a look and see what I've got, and if I can find something that I might spin for the Tour de Femme, I might just take that away for tomorrow and use that instead of the rabbit. The other thing about taking the rabbit fur away with me is it is so light and fluffy that if if you're anywhere that's drafty, or where there's a breeze, or if I'm sitting near the door where people are coming and going through the door, the fibres tend to fly around quite a bit, and it only takes 1 or 2 fibres to fly around and get up my nose, and I won't be very happy. It is quite an easy fibre to spin this, but it's just that it's so light and airy that it is very likely to blow away just with a bit of a breeze. So stay tuned. If you watch tomorrow, I'm sure you will probably see, or actually maybe not tomorrow, maybe the next day. I probably won't be, I will not be posting probably tomorrow night, because like I was saying, I'm going to be away, so where I'm staying there isn't any, I don't have internet where I'm going, so I might just add the next 2 days together and then put a post in for that. So at least that gives me something to think about this afternoon while I'm spinning away. Today started off quite cool again, but the sun is out now and it's quite nice and sunny, even though at the moment I've got the curtain kind of half drawn in here just so I can video this. Otherwise, yeah, I won't be able to video what I'm doing because the sun will be in the way. I have been thinking about, well, just a topic that kind of a lot of people in Tasmania are talking about at the moment, and I thought I'd just have a quick chat about it and see what other people are thinking about it. So it's not fibre related at all, but it is animal related. Now, I don't know how many of you may or may not have heard, but we have a local celebrity in Tasmania called Neil the seal. And Neil is an elephant seal. So he was born in the south of Tasmania. His mother, they think his mother was, well, for some reason she became separated from her group or her pod of elephant seals and gave birth by herself to Neil on the south of Tasmania. So Neil hasn't been around other elephant seals. His mum, I think, stayed around for 3 weeks, which is normal for a mother elephant seal, and then he kind of has grown up by himself. Every year, elephant seals go back to the place that they were born, so he keeps coming back to southern Tasmania, and he is now 6 years old and getting bigger. And of course, people are really quite fascinated with him and seeing him, and he has become a bit of a celebrity on the internet and things like that. But of course, along with that comes the fact that there's been a lot of discussion about Neil and what is the best thing, I guess, for both Neil and the public in terms of seeing him, not seeing him, going near him. There are some rules in place which are like people have to stay 20 metres away from him, and if you have a dog, then the dog has to be on a lead and be 50 metres away from him. So that all sounds fine because at the moment he is on land and he needs to rest. So he is molting, so he's losing all his fur and then he's going to grow back some new fur. So during this time he needs to just rest as much as possible. He's not going to eat while he's here. He just needs to be left alone to relax. He doesn't seem to be concerned at all about people being around him. He's not aggressive towards people. He doesn't, he seems quite happy with crowds or people looking at him, as long as they're a fair distance away from him. So I think there have been a case of a few people getting a bit too close, trying to get selfies and photos with him, which is not a good thing. And it's such I find it an interesting discussion because on one way I kind of feel that if he has no other company of animals that are same as him, then maybe he just looks on us humans around him as penguins, like we're kind of like another animal in his vicinity that he is quite happy to have around, maybe a little bit of social interaction, but he's not threatened by us, which is good and nice for him. But at the same side, there's always going to be the possibility that someone will do something silly. On one side, I kind of think it's good that he has a little bit of following and that people are interested in him and that he's a little bit on social media, because it means that people have got eyes on him. People looking out for him to make sure that he is not harmed, that people aren't doing something stupid around him. He has his own team of security guards, actually. So they're volunteers and people like that who are there making sure that people don't get too close to him. They're putting up cordons, they're kind of closing off the road if he's on the road, and closing off beach accesses when he's kind of more on the beach, which is all really, really good. And I kind of think if everyone was banned from seeing him or going anywhere near him, or he was made to be in a place that's very secluded, then maybe there's a possibility that some silly person would do something to harm him, or do something that would cause him to harm someone else. I don't know. I mean, it's very difficult, isn't it? Because he's a wild animal and he has the right to come ashore where he wants to. He's not doing anything wrong. He's just doing what nature tells him to do. He's coming back to an area slightly near to where he was born. He has been coming back for 6 years. The only thing is he's getting bigger, he's getting heavier, and people are really interested in him. Part of me goes, it's really lovely that he has, that people care. It is lovely that people care about him and his plight. But it also worries me that I hope that it all ends up in a nice, happy kind of ending. I mean, he only comes ashore for 3 to 5 weeks, so it's not like it's a long time. I mean, what do people think? Do people think that people should be banned from being able to see him? I mean, or should people still be allowed to see him, but with really strict guidelines in, and his security team still be around him to look after him? I mean, I could almost go as far as to say maybe he needs like kind of 24-hour surveillance, kind of to make sure that people don't harm him or don't do anything silly to him. And maybe it's a good thing in terms of, maybe it makes people who go to see him appreciate the fact that wildlife, this is such an amazing thing to see an elephant seal, and that we should make sure that we not just protect him, but we protect all sorts of seals and animals that live in the ocean. Or am I just being a little bit too idealistic there and thinking that everything can turn out really lovely for him? I don't know. It's one of those kind of things that I guess there isn't an answer. There is no kind of perfect path. I would like to think that Neil could live his life and go where he wants and be safe, and that people can also admire the fact that we have this amazing creature choosing to come to Tasmania, but also that people will respect him. I would like to think that that could happen, and that it isn't too much of a dream to think that he could be happy. See, this is what happens when you spin sometimes as well. Spinning gives you time to think, and I know a lot of people talk about spinning being quite a meditative time, and I do find that. I find it's a very relaxing time, spinning, and it's a nice time to actually have a little think about things like Neil and the plight of wildlife. I mean, don't get me started on the discussion about Angora rabbits and the life of rabbits and compared to wild rabbits, and maybe I'll talk about Angora rabbits next time when I'm spinning, or somewhere during the tour I might talk about Angora rabbits, because they are so far removed from the wild rabbits that you see running around paddocks and people's yards and places like that. Yeah, I think that's probably one that for a discussion another time. I'm going to stop here and stop videoing, and I will talk to you in a couple of days' time. I'm just going to put in a video probably of some birds. Hopefully I try to video some more birds today, and also a lovely little delightful cake that I got at knitting today. I just thought I have to show you these lovely little lemon cakes. Look at these. I've just come back from knitting, my little knitting group, and one of the ladies at knitting, lovely Lynn, has made these fantastic lemon little cakes, kind of like little cupcakes, and they were made from some of the lemons from our tree that I had given her, and condensed milk and flour, and I think there might have been something else in there, I can't remember, but oh my gosh, they are so gorgeous. So we had some of those at knitting, and then she gave me some to bring home to share with my husband. So there we go. I just had to show you, they are just absolutely lovely.